Hi everyone, Chef from Outdoors in the Low Countries. Now in this video we're going to have a look at the professional combo package from Makita, the DHP486 TG. This package comes with the hammer driver drill DHP486 and the impact driver DTD153, together with the battery charger and 3 batteries and the case. And I will also demonstrate this 35-piece bit set, but that's not part of the package. Now all these tools have been bought on my own account, so it's not a promotion video from Makita or any other company. So this drill has a torque of 130 Nm. The drill chuck can hold a diameter between 1.5 and 13 millimeters. It can drill up to 76 millimeters in wood, 16 millimeters in masonry and 13 millimeters in steel. It's a brushless engine, so expect a very long lifetime. You can use hammering, drilling and 21 settings of different torque limitations. And it has a light when you work in darker settings and 2 different rotation speeds. There's a clip on the side to increase the work freedom, and it comes standard with 2 bits at the side as well. And the battery life indication is at the back side, where you can press the button and then it shows what the battery charges. The impact driver is also brushless. It has a maximum torque of 170 Nm and can give up to 3600 impacts per minute. It's a standard 1/4 inch coupling. It also comes with a light and a hook to maximize your work freedom. And also here the same principle with checking the battery when you press the button. Now this drill also comes with this side grip, which you can install onto it, which of course helps if you have a little bit unhandy position and you are worrying that you might not be able to handle the torque. And it also comes with this depth rod. Let's see. It works like this, I expect, right? Well, there it goes. So this way you can limit the depth of your drilling. Now this is not a sponsored video, I bought this combi pack myself. So why did I do that? Well, as you can see on my channel, I like to do a lot of things in the outdoors, creating things, but also maintaining a lot of things, and also some construction work as well. And what happens to me a lot of times is that I have to drill the hole and then immediately also put a screw in there. And that's why I'm looking for another battery charge set where the screwdriver and the drill were splitted. And there's also of course another advantage. Look at the difference in length. So with this tool, apart from that it's easier to switch, it's also much shorter, so you can be in much more constrained spaces. The same, by the way, with the drill, which is also much shorter. And the DHP486 also comes with a metal drill chuck, so that makes it much stronger and therefore much more robust, which I really like, and that's also why I like this professional series. Of course they're a little bit more expensive, but they last much longer. Also my previous battery drill, it was especially the drill chuck that after a while gave away, and therefore I had to replace it with the one I currently use. So this system comes with this battery, the 18 volts 5.0 ampere hour lithium ion, and the type is the BL1850B, and according to the manual the charging time is 45 minutes. Now when you put in the battery it will also give a melody, and your melody you can change when you remove it and put it back in after 5 seconds. So let's have a look. This is one. Oh, there's even a Mozart sound for the classic musicians amongst us. Oh, make it too long. Oh, it's a whole range of classic music. Oh, Mozart again. Hey, none. I like this one. Now when you hear such a nice melody, then of course you are very happy to start working with this tool. Now let's see if Makita also has a surprise underneath the case. Oh, no surprise. Well, that's a little bit disappointing, but okay. So let's load it up again. Charger fits here. The drill, put here. Screwdriver over there. And of course, you can always take along the manuals. Where would you want to go without the manuals? Completely clueless, of course. So let's do some tests. First with the drill, metal, then in wood, and also do some screwing with the impact driver. See how it does. And for the metal test I will use this 5mm drill. Putting in the drill setting and the speed at number 2. Let's now move to 10mm. Now, be careful not to burn your thumb when using the drive, because it gets hot very fast. Oh, this goes very fast. Nice and sharp drill. That's right through. Now this was easy peasy for the drill. Especially the 10mm went through like nothing. I always like to use the engine to change the diameter of the drill shaft. Which of course works great, but you have to be a little bit careful here because it can become very hot when it's turning in your hand. So let's also do a wood test. First I will use an 8mm drill. See how it does. Don't expect any problems of course, but yeah. Let's do the test. Now also here, no problem at all to go to the wood with this 35mm butterfly drill. Now when I do drilling I seldomly use these side handles because in most cases I think it's easy to go through, and it also it's many cases a little bit in the way. But it's a very high torque drill, you can feel it going through, and when it's jammed you can really get a lot of torque on your wrist. So in that sense I'm quite glad that they added it, and you have a high diameter drill. Can be wise to add a side grip to it. So let's also check the battery status after these drillings, and it's still full capacity. I'm also very curious how the impact driver will do. So I'm going to start first with a screw. This is a 5mm diameter by 100mm length torque screw, 25. Let's see how it goes. No problem at all. with a small amount of pushing in the trigger. It goes smoothly. When you push a little bit harder, it starts to create these impacts. So let's also test a larger screw. This is 8mm by 240mm. The 40 Torx is not even in the toolset of Makita. So I will use the one that is provided with the screws. Of course you need to pre-drill it, but I'm not going to do it because of the test. Be careful not to break the screw, of course. Makes a little bit of noise, doesn't it? Okay, it's warm, good side. Now I also want to test the drill, see how that goes. It's a comparison. Hot. Also goes fine. Now I know it's not an honest comparison with this old push, but yeah, I'm going to do it anyway because I can't resist. Because I really want to feel the difference. Well, you see, also the bush has no problems getting it through. Good thing. Still a good tool. This is a 10 by 130mm wood screw, and I'm going to use a 70mm wrench in order to screw it in. So let's do the test. Of course, no torque limitations and a speed setting 1. So let's see what happens. So let's now check the impact driver. Needless to say that all batteries are fully charged. It also goes in, but a little bit slower. So now the old bush. Of course, normally you pre-drill this hose, but for the test, I won't do that. Now here you can see a clear difference. Of course the battery is also a little bit older of this machine, but nevertheless you still see a difference in speed and in strength between those two systems. But it still goes in, as you could see. And here you can really see the difference, where this is really giving you a large torque on the system. This one absolutely doesn't give any torque at all. So this is the clear advantage of that one. So let's also compare the lighting characteristics. Bosch has the light at the battery location, while Makita has made a choice to put it just below the revolving axis of the driver. So let's make everything dark and let's compare it. Now, as you can see, the Makita has a very bright light which helps to work in dark areas. But there's also a disadvantage, because Makita has the light just below the axis. And as you can see, when you now start to work, then especially at the point where you want to drill or screw, there's a shadow. And here you can see that with the Bosch you still have visibility at the point where you're screwing. So that's in that sense a better place to put your light. And with the impact driver it's also better, because there the distance from the light towards the point is smaller, and as a result also there you have a better view on your work. So as just shown, with the light in this position there's always a shadow at the point of interest. So in that sense, the lighting position, I prefer the Bosch system instead of the Makita. And because I like to have it all complete in one case, I also bought this bit set from Makita, so it's now one complete package. So in this set you see that we have positive screws, Phillips screws, Torx screws, as well as some metric sizes as well. And it also comes with a magnetic holder where you can put in the standard bits. Interesting to see is also that there's no normal screwdriver in this kit, which of course you don't use a lot using an automatic screwdriver. Now in the meantime, I already used both systems quite some time. They're both very strong, as also shown in the test. The battery lasts very long. They're both brushless systems, so I'm very sure also that the lifetime will be good. They're strongly built. The metal chuck also of course will ensure a long lifetime as well. They both come with this metal clip, which is easy to put it on your belt, of course, giving you freedom of work. It standard comes with these tool bits, which you can also take off by unscrewing the little screw over here. So in that sense, I both like them. Now are there also some disadvantages? Yes, there are a few. The impact driver, very strong system, works great. Disadvantage, makes quite some noise. So when I want to use it, I really want to put on some ear protection, because the noise for me is too hard. But on the other hand, it works quite nice. But I also have seen that when I do just a little screwing and drilling, I tend to use the other one, and even sometimes the old Bosch systems, because I don't want to have continuously ear protection on. Also I expect, because of the brushless engine, also this one makes more noise, especially the high pitch noise, which is also a little bit more irritating to the ear. So also there the Bosch makes less noise, but is also less powerful. Now another disadvantage is the position of the light. There's always a shadow at the point of interest, so also there I think can improve. So after doing the test, it's very clear that this is a very strong drill. I'm also glad that they added the side grip, because in some cases you want to add it to the drill, because at full speed getting it jammed can really give a high torque onto your wrist. The impact driver is also a nice piece. It's very small, so it fits in a lot of places, and I'm happy to start working with it. Opening and closing the drill chuck with the engine also works very good, but be careful a little bit there, because when it starts to rotate in your head, it becomes hot. I know from experience. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.